So I want to talk about why jealousy and envy is really a slap in the face to God and who He's created you to be, or however you see that for yourself. Jealousy and envy is really, it's ludicrous. Why would you be jealous or even be a hater of someone? If you think someone has something that you want, you have to ask yourself, well, am I doing the things that they've done to get to that? All right. Or even if they had an easier route to it than you have had, are you a hater because it seems like it dropped in their lap or so, or whatever, whatnot, even though you don't always know the full story. But even if that's the case, people have different journeys. And your journey may have required you to develop on some different levels, and maybe working harder for it or whatever. Maybe it makes you more grateful, makes you more appreciative. But the thing about it is there's no need to be a hater and to be jealous. It actually makes no sense. All right. What are you saying about yourself? If you're looking at someone else and you think they got something more than you, or you think, oh, they're cuter than me, or this, or however, all right, what are you saying about yourself? What are you saying about who you've been created to be? All right, because everybody's unique. Everybody is an individual, right? But you lower yourself when you look upon someone else and you think, oh, they got it made, or oh, I wish I had that, or whatever. Okay, if you wish you had that, don't be a hater. Then do the things that you need to do in order for that to be possible for you. Or, first of all, is that even what you really need? See, sometimes people covet and they look out and they think that they want something, but you don't know the price that it's going to take to keep that or to maintain that, or however. How they say grass is not always greener on the other side, right? It's greener where you water it most of the time, if you water it correctly. But the thing about it is this, it still doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you really look at it, if you dissect envy and jealousy, what is it about? Because there's nothing that you can't have or achieve that someone else has already. Again, you want things that are divinely aligned for you. So it's ludicrous to want something that's not really aligned for you. But then it's even worse when you're not actually doing some things to obtain certain things that you say that you want. Just like if you see the person who's got a really fit body and they do what they do, maybe eat right and they work out, or maybe they don't really eat right, but they do work out. They got good genetics. However, I don't know. But if you're not doing any of that stuff to work out or to eat or whatever, then they're eating a certain way. And then you're like, oh yeah, but I just took down 13 donuts or so. And then you're wondering like, well, I wish I had that body. Okay, see, that's crazy. And sometimes you have to look at it, okay, well, that's lunacy. Then why am I a hater of that person who's actually got that? It's okay to wish that you had it and wish that you would do the things to do it. But then what does that person have to do with your actions? It's crazy. Even when we think people look better than us or more talented than us or whatever, whatnot, what are you actually hating on? You can't, because it's really hatred towards self. Because sometimes when you see something that you admire in someone, most of the time it's something within you that has that same ability, and you're actually not bringing it forth. I said it. I did. I said it. So you'll be all right. Okay, and then even if you are trying your hardest or whatever, some things are more so for others than others, if that makes sense. You have to find out what's right for you. But it's really ludicrous to be a hater of someone. It's crazy. I don't get jealousy and envy. I get high level admiration in terms of, oh man, I wish that I had that discipline, or I do wish that I could do that, or I could have those things. But to then take it to the point where you're mad at the individual who's achieving that, and at the same time, you don't actually know, too, them getting some of the things that you think you want. You don't know what it's costing their soul in the process. Or you don't know, are they really happy with that? Is it really bettering their lives just because they got that? Sometimes you don't have things, and it is a blessing. It's saving you from something. It's saving you maybe from a swollen head, ego, different things that come with that territory. You know, as the old song used to say, more money, more problems. Now, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I think more money, more possibilities. That's my remix on it anyhow. But I do see, in terms of that level of paradigm and understanding, that does happen. So even as the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. So sometimes when you do get to a certain level and you have things, there is more responsibility. Just like the person who achieves their body, their weight goals or fit goals or however, now it's the higher responsibility to continue to maintain and sustain that, take it to the next level, right? So there's work to do around this. And most of the time, if people aren't willing to do the work and the right work around things, what is the haterism about? It's crazy. It's literally insane. So if you're looking at, next time you look at a person and you start thinking, you start hating, see, it's okay to dislike some people, and it's okay to not agree with their values or different things. That I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about to the point where you see someone and it triggers you in a way that is jealousy and it's haterism, it's envy, versus is something about that person doesn't resonate with me, something's about that's a little off with them. That's okay. But when it goes beyond that, here's where it's problematic. And I totally get why the Bible says that where there is envy, there is every form of evil that exists. Because here's the deal, it doesn't make sense. It is ludicrous. And again, it is a slap in the face to the Most High when you don't look at who you are, who you've been created to be, and bring forth that greatness. And understand that the plan for someone else's life is not the plan for yours. All right? And also, too, that some things, again, that you think you want, you'll be praising God later. Well, I'm glad that that didn't line up. I thought I wanted that. I thought I wanted to achieve that. Again, it's okay to think about those things. It's okay to want some things. What is not okay is to be a hater. It's not okay to be jealous. Can you have it rise up for you for a moment? Yes. Don't camp out there. Don't rehearse that thing. Do not allow it to take up residency in you. Okay? Because if it takes up residency, that means residency means it has taken up root. Therefore, it becomes a characteristic. All right? And as Paul said, the very thing I don't want to do, I'm doing it. It's doing me at this point. You don't want that. All right? So suspend that thing. Suspend jealousy, haterism, and it don't let it rise up like a bitter root. Don't let it rise up. All right? If it comes up, you better kill that thing. Write a FND, plug it out, right? You don't want that. But I want you to examine that. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It doesn't make sense. And the more you dissect that thing, it's not even hard to dissect. It's not like I'm asking you to cut open a frog. So, but if you look at that thing, you just say, that really doesn't make sense. What am I saying to myself and about myself? And how inappreciative am I of the life that I have and things I've been blessed with and dreams and possibilities for the future or even the now? If I'm spending my time looking at what somebody else is doing, I'm spending my time hating on somebody else, giving energy to that, I've just told on myself I don't really feel that good about myself. So anyhow, that's my message of empowerment and encouragement for you during this time. Everyone is unique. And I don't say that, again, just in a cliche type of way. You are. Look at who you come from. And I'm not talking about who birthed you here in this world. I'm talking about where you spring forth from. All right? You can't be nothing but great, but you need to uncover that greatness. You need to discover what that is. And you need to discover, hey, I have no reason to hate on anybody. If someone else has something I think that I want or whatever, hey, I'm congratulating them because my time is coming. But you know what? Something else is coming up. I got to say this. See, here's the issue too. Because people who are haters sometimes aren't necessarily people who are haters because they don't have something. Sometimes they haters because they want to be the only one, or they think that somebody's going to have a little bit more than what they already have. Again, what does that say about inappreciation of the blessings that you already have and the ones to come. Again, everything that looks a certain way is not always a certain way. You may think people have it going on and they got it made, but you may find out that they don't. Don't allow yourself to get in that position where you got to find out firsthand. That maybe having all the money in the world that you think that you want, maybe it's not all cracked up to be what it is, but it could be. But, there is responsibility with that. But again, you may think, oh, being beautiful a certain way, whatever, you may find out it's not all cracked up to be what you think it is. It could draw more attention to you, more issues, more ever, but it also can draw more opportunities. But you have to discover if it is aligned for you, if it's even right for you. And that's what you want. You want divinely aligned desires for yourself. When you align with the divine desires for you, which are the God-given desires, you won't hate on anyone, and you actually won't wish for something that's really not for you, just because you think it is and you think that it would be great to have it. Anyway, again, you're too great. Don't spread no hate. All right? Don't spread no hate. Don't be a part of it, because it's not true to who you are. All right, so I'll be back with more messages soon.